The Priceless Hourglass, a life-changing story. In a small picturesque village, there lived a boy named Aryan. Aryan was intelligent and full of potential, but he had one major flaw. He didn't value time. His days were spent idly playing games, chatting aimlessly, and postponing his studies and responsibilities. His father, a wise and hardworking farmer, often advised him, "Time is like water in your hands, Aryan, hold it tight or it slips away forever." Aryan would shrug off these words, thinking there was always enough time to do everything. One sunny afternoon, Aryan was lazing under a tree when an old mysterious traveler walked into the village. The traveler carried a beautiful hourglass filled with shimmering golden sand. The villagers gathered around him in awe. Curious, Aryan approached the traveler and asked, "What is so special about that hourglass?" The traveler smiled and said, "This is no ordinary hourglass. It shows the remaining time of your life. Every grain of sand that falls is a moment you'll never get back." Aryan scoffed. "That's just a fancy story. I have all the time in the world." The traveler's eyes twinkled. "If you're so sure, why don't you take this hourglass? But there's a condition. If you waste time, the sand will fall faster." Confident in his carefree ways, Aryan agreed. He took the hourglass home and placed it on his table. At first, Aryan barely noticed the sand falling. But as the days went by, he started seeing the sand trickling down at a rapid pace whenever he wasted time on useless activities. Hours turned into minutes and minutes into seconds. The realization hit him hard. He was losing time, precious moments that could never be regained. Determined to change, Aryan woke up early the next morning. He planned his day carefully, studied diligently, helped his father on the farm, and even found time to practice his passion for painting. To his amazement, the sand in the hourglass slowed down. It seemed to reward him for using his time wisely. Days turned into months, and Aryan became the most disciplined and successful boy in the village. One day, the traveler returned and asked, "Do you still think you have all the time in the world?" Aryan smiled and replied, "I now understand that time is the most valuable treasure. I won't waste a single grain of it again." The traveler nodded proudly and vanished into thin air,